All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. So we're going to Singapore for one championship, one on Prime Video 1. We're going to the one atom weight, which is 115 pounds, or really straw weight everywhere else in the world, division. Itsuki Hirata coming in at 5-1, taking on Lin Heqin coming in at 15-3. And it needs to be noted, Hirata missed weight by 1 3/4 kilograms coming into this bout. All right, so first round. Lin opened with low kicks, hammering away at Hirata's lead leg. There was a takedown attempt by Hirata at about the 2-minute mark. Lin resisted and was back to the feet. And then there were some more low kicks by Lin. Overhand right by Hirata. Hirata level changed, but it was blocked by Lin. Followed by more low kicks by Lin. And then a double leg by Hirata was blocked by Lin up on the cage. Hirata kept trying for the takedown against the cage, but Lin was able to resist it. And that was your whole first round. Not a whole lot of action, but what little action there was basically all Lin. Okay, second round. Lin again opened with kicks, going to the lead leg and body. Overhand right by Hirata missed, and Lin kept working the low kicks. And then Hirata rushed in for a takedown. Basically just ate like 3 or 4 straight elbows from Lin, and Lin was able to separate from there. And then Lin kept up the kicks. Like most of the story of this fight you're going to hear is low kicks landing by Lin. Hirata actually finally landed an overhand right. After that she shot. Lin sprawled and pushed Hirata to the cage, but Hirata was able to get position, look for the takedown. Lin was able to fight it off at first, and then Hirata did get her down to the scarf hold, but Lin, within like a few seconds, was able to work her way out and back to her feet. And then Hirata, though, was able to keep the double wrist lock, or latch it on, as Lin was getting up, and did get Lin down at that point with the double wrist lock. And then as soon as Hirata got on top, the bell rang. Now, some people are saying that was a near finish. It's not a near finish. If you can't get superior position to actually work the submission, it's not a near finish. At least in my book. And even Rich Franklin was saying, I don't think that was a near finish. And Rich Franklin should know. He was on the commentary. Anyway, third round started. Lin came forward, and she finally started mixing in some punches with her kicks. Hirata was still circling like she was the whole fight. Hirata shot. Lin sprawled, but Hirata was able to push her to the fence, and Lin was able to defend well. Now, Hirata did get a single leg, but Lin again popped basically right back up. Like as soon as Hirata got her down, reaped that leg, Lin got right back up. Now, Hirata latched onto the guillotine. But Hirata was against the cage. Lin was on the outside, and Lin just kept throwing knees to the legs of Hirata. Now, Hirata was able to catch one of those legs eventually and got a trip. But Lin reversed, got back to the feet, and the fighter separated. Lin started throwing some punches. Hirata shot a lazy shot that got stopped by Lin. And Lin started throwing some good jabs. There was a hook by Lin at one point, and then as Lin threw that hook, Hirata landed a big overhand right, dropped her. Hirata thought she was out, almost started celebrating, but realized she's not out. Followed Lin. Lin turtled up. Hirata did start landing some punches, and then she pushed Lin over to her back and started landing shoulder strikes. And to me, it looked like Lin was kind of like out of the real danger as the bell sounded, but that was when the bell sounded. So you could say a near finish for Hirata at the end of the third round there, within less than 20 seconds left. It goes to the judges, and all 3 judges gave it to the winner by unanimous decision, Itsuki Hirata. All right, now, if you follow my channel enough, you know I don't like to call fights robberies. This was pretty much a robbery. Okay, I know the scoring criteria, and I know that near knockouts, near submissions are at the top. But that one heavy punch with 20 seconds left, to me, was not enough to give that win to Hirata. Okay, 30 total seconds of actual action by Hirata doesn't negate the other 14:30 by Lin, who stopped most of the takedowns, got right back up when she did get taken down, which basically negated the takedown, landed the landed more damage. The more accumulated damage, more superficial damage was done by Lin. The number of clean strikes, those all to me outweighed a single punch at the end of the third round. Also, the commentary. One Championship's commentary might be the worst because they don't even hide their obvious bias for the fighters the company favors. They kept saying, "Oh, saved by the bell twice." First off, the second round was not a near finish. Okay, she had the double wrist lock, but she wasn't torquing it at the end. As soon as Hirata was able to get good positioning, the bell rang. That's not a near finish. Again, even Rich Franklin didn't say it, and he ought to know. The guy fought, and the guy's a vice president of one. Second round, you could say a near finish, possibly, but again, can you really say saved by the bell on that one? Because it looked like the fight was going to keep going on. It looked like Lin had gotten to a more defensive or defensible position, could have kept working. We don't know. All right, again, Lin's accumulated damage, I believe, should weigh more than a single hard punch. And this goes, again, to one, their scoring criteria does not seem to be applied equally across each fight. Okay, look back to the fight between Elise Anderson and Hirata. Elise Anderson did more damage with one single big punch in the third round than Hirata did with all of her control and everything else across that fight. So that was the lone near finish of that fight, but yet Elise Anderson didn't get the fight. Again, should be noted, Hirata came in almost 4 pounds heavy. And the fans in Japan are not happy. If you go search on Japanese Twitter, they are not happy with that and calling her unprofessional. You know, I feel bad for Lin Heqin, and I'll throw up the IG post in a picture there. But you know, she says she admitted defeat, but she did call out Hirata on her unprofessional behavior, and I feel bad for her because it's like she was being sent in there as a relatively easy win for Hirata because they saw that she didn't do so well against Ritu Phogat and got taken down fairly easily in the second round. They figured, well, Hirata did, or Phogat did it, so Hirata should be able to take her down pretty easy too. So she's being sent in there, and then she did her job. She made weight, she made hydration, and fought her ass off, and probably should have gotten a win. And it feels like they just kind of screwed her over. And for me, the worst part of this is that I don't see Hirata improving as a fighter. I don't see any improvements over her last fight against Gian Radzuan, and I don't see her improving because of this either. She basically throws one punch, an overhand right, and because she landed one, she's just going to keep doing what she does and keep acting the way she does because they're letting her get away with it, basically. All right, so let's talk things to work on. For Hirata, striking. She throws one strike over and over the overhand right. I don't understand how you train at Crazy B at the Yamamoto Sports Academy at the same gym as Shiyu Park, who is a great striker. How does your striking not improve training with the likes of Shiyu Park? I just don't get it. Also, learn how to check low kicks. She didn't check a single low kick, and her leg showed the damage. I mean, her leg was black and blue by the end of the fight. For Lin, I'd like to see her adopt the low calf kick. She can throw the low kick to the thigh, adopt the low calf kick. It is even harder to check, and it is way more damaging. Had she thrown the low calf kick, I think, against Hirata, she'd have done a lot more damage, and I think the fight would have been over a lot sooner. Also, she needs to hit the weights and sit down on her strikes. She's got to develop some power, and I think if she sat down on her strikes some more, but also developed some muscle strength, I mean, she just looks like a regular, average, skinny Asian girl. Hit the weights. I think that would help her a lot. Now, for fights to make. For Lin, this is hard because One Championship basically has gutted this division because they've only basically had the same 8 people fight in the last 2-3 years over and over and over again. Pooja Tomar. Pooja Tomar is, let me see. She has a 6-4 record. She's riding 2 straight wins over at Matrix Fight Night in India. Bring her back to 1. I think that'd be a good matchup for Lin. For Hirata, the loser of Stamp versus Gian Radzuan. Radzuan is sitting at number 5 right now. Hirata called out Gian. So give her the loser of Stamp versus Gian. Although I got to be honest, I don't see Hirata beating either of them. I mean, she really had almost nothing for Gian Radzuan. Gian Radzuan basically just used like the most basic of techniques and fundamentals and was able to beat Hirata soundly, and I don't think she has anything for Stamp, because if you're having a hard time dealing with Lin Heqin's striking, Stamp's going to tear her apart. So give her the winner of Stamp versus Gian Radzuan. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Itsuki Hirata defeats Lin Heqin via unanimous decision. Not happy with that decision. I think it went the wrong way. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a like, share it as well. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to WMMA Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.